Being cut out of Thanksgiving hurt, but canceling the $8,000 in heating payments I'd quietly covered for years woke them up fast. When the storm hit and the house froze, they finally realized the daughter they dismissed was the only one keeping their world from collapsing. "You're not invited to Thanksgiving," my dad said. Light casual, like it meant nothing. I froze in my hallway, my keys still in my hand, realizing he wasn't joking. No hesitation, no apology, just cutting me out as easily as deleting a text. But that sentence didn't break me. It woke me up because the minute he hung up, I made a choice that would turn their entire winter upside down, and none of them saw it coming. Before I tell you the rest, tell me, where are you listening from? And when you hear what happened next, what would you have done in my place? My name is Saudi, and for most of my life, I thought being the dependable one made me a good daughter. The kind who showed up. The kind who helped, the kind who didn't cause trouble. Maybe that's why I ended up living alone in a small apartment on the outskirts of Minneapolis. Quiet, worn around the edges, but mine. After 10-hour shifts at the distribution center, I'd come home to the soft hum of my old space heater and convince myself that this was enough, warm enough, safe enough. My family lived only an hour away, but the distance between us had stretched for years. Mandy, my younger sister, was always the center of gravity. Every crisis spun around her. Every plan adjusted for her moods. Every mistake was softened with excuses. She burned through savings on candle projects and creative retreats, but somehow the rest of us were expected to keep her world stable. Dad avoided conflict like it scorched him. If Mandy cried, he folded. If Mandy got stressed, he rearranged holidays plans. Even people. Mom just stayed quiet, smoothing over tension with soft apologies that didn't fix anything. And me, I played the role everyone counted on, the fixer who didn't complain. Flashbacks come to me in pieces past Thanksgivings, where I rode the bus home in freezing wind, just to sit at a table that felt warm enough to melt every frustration from the year. Mom's roast chicken, Dad's loud stories about work, Mandy fluttering around, showing off her newest hobby. Back then, I used to think those moments meant I belonged. But somewhere between those warm memories, and now, things shifted. I didn't notice when it happened. Maybe it was the first winter I covered the heating bill because Mom whispered that the house was too cold to sleep in. Maybe it was the next winter when Dad called at midnight saying the furnace was acting up. Or maybe it was all the payments I quietly logged into my own little file, payments that added up to almost $8,000 while nobody asked how I was doing or whether I could afford it. They assumed I'd show up. They assumed I'd help. They assumed I'd keep everyone warm through every season of their chaos. I kept telling myself it was love, that this was what good daughters did. But standing in my hallway after Dad's call, the one where he uninvited me from Thanksgiving, without a pause, I felt something new settle inside me. Not anger, not sadness, just a sharp, startling clarity.